Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before I get started with the reading, I just want to of course take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Thank you for all of just the positive energy that you guys throw my way every single day. Also, thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody who reached out to me to wish my family member well. Just thank you guys for all of your well wishes. If you are interested in a private reading, I do have linked below in the description bar my website. So if you are interested in a private reading, just head over to my website. You can read more about how I do my private readings on my website. Also, I have recently changed around my schedule just a little bit where I have more time to dedicate to my private readings. So if you're interested in a private reading, definitely head over to my website. If you are interested in receiving a daily oracle guidance message, I do actually draw and upload every single day to my Instagram page and now also my Facebook, a daily oracle guidance card with a daily oracle guidance message. So, you know, in between my weekly forecast, if you're looking for just some additional guidance, definitely head over to Instagram or Facebook and follow me because you will receive that daily oracle guidance. Okay, so I just want to say thank you guys again so very much. I appreciate all of you so very much. You guys truly mean the world to me, and I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So I wish you guys a great week. Be sure to not only watch your sun sign, but your moon sign and your rising sign as well. Okay, stay tuned for the reading. Hi Virgo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 25th through May 1st. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's see what we have. All right, Virgo, at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands represents you putting a lot of hard work and a lot of effort into something. And because of that hard work and that effort, you definitely are seeing that positive progression, seeing something expand and grow to a new level. But this can be an energy sometimes where you are waiting. You're waiting for your ships to fully come in. So depending on, you know, which Virgo you are, you might be a Virgo that you're starting to see things take root. You're starting to see certain things grow and expand to new levels. You're definitely maybe experiencing some positive progression in some area of your life. And then other Virgos, you might have already experienced that, but now there's like a waiting period. You're waiting for your ships to fully come in. You're waiting to get to that next level. This is an energy that you have to work with. So, you know, the more you work and put in that hard work and that effort, the more, you know, you will see that progress. Now, the overall energy that I have for the entire week is actually the moon. So many Virgos, this simply represents you being incredibly intuitive this week. You might even be having some very vivid dreams. But, you know, I don't necessarily like the energy of the moon because it can also represent that confusing, foggy energy that comes in because the moon represents the unknown. So when we're waiting for something to happen or we're waiting in the winds in regards to something in our life, you know, the future is not known. So there's very much that unknown aspect. And with this energy of the moon, it can bring in that confusion, that foggy sort of energy. That's, you know, that's how I refer to it, is that confusing, foggy energy. Now, the moon can also bring with it fears, doubts, worries. That's, you know, really why I don't tend to like the energy of the moon. But because this is a general reading, For some of you, you're not going to experience that confusion. You're simply just maybe very, very intuitive this week, and maybe you're receiving a lot of messages from spirit. You also could be having very vivid dreams, but you seem to have, you know, the same energies repeating themselves in this spread. You do have, let me see, you have 2 pages. And then you also have the 8 of Swords, which is similar. It's another confusing energy. So for some Virgos, you're definitely experiencing that confusion. And I feel like it's because you've seen maybe things take root. You've seen things expand and grow. But now there's, you know, that waiting. There's that waiting to maybe fully see something come to fruition. We're starting out with the Page of Cups, which is really exciting news, really good, very positive, exciting news coming to you. But for many of you, because I have the 7 of Pentacles, this is you waiting for that good news, waiting for this news that you know is coming, but you just, you know, you're waiting. The 7 of Pentacles is showing me that you've put in a lot of hard work in regards to this news that you're waiting on. You've worked very hard. You put a lot of time and effort into this. You've planted those seeds, but now you're simply waiting. Now, with the Page of Swords here underneath the 7 of Pentacles, what I believe this is showing me for most of you is that this news is coming. It's simply delayed with the Page of Swords. I think that, you know, maybe divine timing is very much at play here, and this news is coming through for you, but it's simply delayed. And honestly, everything happens for a reason. So if something is delayed, it's definitely because, you know, it's meant to be delayed, because maybe there's something better coming for some of you, or, you know, your angels, your guides are definitely, you know, working their magic behind the scenes here. Now, underneath the Page of Cups, I have the Queen of Cups. So this might be a water sign person around you, Virgo. That could be very significant. This could be a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. Or, you know, this can be simply your energy where you're simply trusting your intuition. I feel like for many of you, your intuition is just incredibly strong this week. And you definitely have your eye on the future. You have your eye on the prize here. The Page of Swords is looking over towards, yes, I have the 8 of Swords here, but I also have the Magician. So this is you being creative. This is you taking control and manifesting a new beginning for yourself. This is you having all the resources you need to be successful with doing that. But with this 8 of Swords energy next to it, for some of you, this is that confusing energy that's surrounding this new beginning. And then for others, this is, you know, you perhaps maybe being in your mind, dealing with fears, anxieties, worries, stress, focusing on the negative. If that's what this energy is for you, you can totally eliminate this energy by just simply remaining positive. Maybe after you watch this forecast, you know, you can definitely, you know, take caution and eliminate these energies by remaining positive, telling yourself that the news is coming, the communication is coming, it's just simply delayed. But these two energies, they do go hand in hand. But just know they are temporary and they will absolutely pass. Now, sometimes the moon, you know, the moon can sometimes illuminate certain things. So I feel like for some Virgos, you actually could be hearing some news this week. Something could be coming illuminated. You might be finding something out. But maybe that is why something is delayed. Maybe you're meant, for some Virgos, because it's a general reading, some Virgos, something is maybe meant for you to hear. There could be something that's becoming illuminated, and maybe, you know, things are delayed because you had to, you know, find this out first. I feel like for the majority of you, this is going to be working in your favor. I do have the 3 of Cups here, which is a lighter energy, which is you maybe even celebrating, you know, this, you know, positive energy. Maybe you finding out this news or this enlightenment. This definitely could have been something that benefits you, you know, within this situation. But this is a lovely lighter energy. For some of you, this is you being more social. spending time with friends or family. For others, this is you maybe celebrating this illumination or this, you know, this information that you might have found out. Now, next to the Three of Cups, I do have the King of Swords. Now, this might be an air sign person that's significant, you know, especially in regards to this situation. This could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Now, this could be a person you're definitely going out with this week because I have the Three of Cups here. This could be a person you're, you know, a friend, or a spouse, whomever that maybe you're going out with. This could be a person you're celebrating with. You know, and then for others, I feel like this is your energy. You have the energy of the King of Swords, absolutely. I feel like you're very intuitive, but also you're very logical. The King of Swords puts a lot of thought into something before taking action. He's very analytical. He's very much in his mind. He's planning. He's thinking about things thoroughly. He's strategizing. He's planning for the future. And I feel like this is you putting a lot of thought into what you're manifesting. So you're creative, you're logical, and I feel like you're very intuitive. And I feel like this is honestly, with this energy, this is a great time to do that. This is a great time to plan for your future. And I feel like, you know, that's what many of you are actually doing this week. You're very creative and you have this amazing logical energy. So you're very much in your mind and you're planning. So as long as you're doing that, you know, that's wonderful. Just try to stay away from, you know, those negative thoughts. And just tell yourself that, you know, if you have been waiting on news or communication, just make sure, you know, you just remind yourself that it is coming. I just feel like it's delayed. Let me draw you an additional guidance card for Virgo. Some additional guidance for Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know? Okay. Shanti, very nice. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Very nice. So definitely receiving that divine guidance, that divine energy is definitely around you. And I feel like you're being led towards a smoother path, towards a smoother road. I am the angel of peace. I bring new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So this is amazing, Virgo. So just try to remain positive. Definitely trust your intuition. Pay attention to, you know, any and all messages that you might be receiving this week. It's a great week to plan and be creative, plan for the future, but also, you know, meditate if you can. And just, you know, remain confident and remain positive. Know that you're being divinely led down a smoother road. Okay, Virgo? So I do hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.